Hello, my name is Charles Newton. Today I'll be presenting a product I created named Let's Play. How many of you in this room would identify as being Gen Z? So most of the students. And how many of you drink energy drinks weekly? Still some hand. And how many of you play video games? More hands. So my proposition for you is a product that combines energy drinks, which is a very large market, with a protein product. The idea being that 64%, according to my research, 64% of Gen Z consume energy drinks currently. I believe it was 34% are male and 31% are female. So it's a pretty even split. And even more than that, I believe it was an 87% play video games. So Let's Play, in the name, pretty obviously targeted towards gamers. So the problem is that a lot of Gen Z have issues with long focus sessions. A lot of us are sitting down and working on papers for extended periods of time. A lot of us are in school, or even with gaming, you sit down, you're playing for over an hour, it takes a lot out of you, but a lot of people do it socially, according to our research. I think it was a 74% figure of gamers reported meeting people through their games online and making meaningful connections that lasted. Right now, Gen Z has an over-reliance on energy drinks that results in a lot of crashes and staying up super late. How many of you in this room working on projects or in general just end up staying up late? A lot of hands. Sleep is really important for Gen Z, as we'll get to later in the presentation, and beyond that, mental health. So a lot of the traditional protein beverages, they lack that mental boost that comes with these caffeinated beverages. Obviously, too much caffeine is a bad thing, but caffeine in moderation is actually a pretty good thing. So what I'm presenting is energy drinks provide overstimulation, very little to no nutrition, and they come with that large crash. Versus protein drinks, they provide that nutrition, but there's very little stimulation, and they're just hyper-focused on recovery, which is important if you're going to the gym, but not necessarily your number one priority if you're just a normal person. Maybe you go to the gym once or twice a week. It's important, but not as important. So who needs this the most? Who's our target audience? It's Gen Z, it's gamers, it's students, and it's young professionals such as yourselves. So what is Let's Play? So it's a ready-to-drink supplemental protein beverage. The idea is not to get all of your protein from this beverage. That would be impossible. The idea is that it supplements your protein intake. It helps you get to your goals so that you're not under-consuming protein. I myself, when I was a kid, I drank a lot of energy drinks with lots of sugar, and at one point in my life, as a young adult, I weighed almost 250 pounds. Consuming so much sugar and having so much caffeine in my body was definitely not good for me. And later on in life, I came to discover that I had to cut back. And in doing so, I'm now around 200, which is a lot better, but that comes with, it's a struggle every day not to fall back into the same old habits. So it's formulated to enhance cognitive and physical performance over time in that session-oriented format that I proposed. It's also got about 15 to 20 grams of protein, 90 milligrams of caffeine, so it's not anywhere near sort of the competitors that have, 150 to 200 milligrams of caffeine in their products. I think the recommended daily amount is 300. Not even recommended, like that's the max that you should hit. And a lot of these beverages now, you drink one can, you're hitting almost your daily maximum. So this product provides consistent energy, it enhances mental clarity, and it, again, eliminates that crash. So up here I have some statistics regarding Gen Z and gaming. Gen Z actually spends the most time out of any generation playing video games. On average, Gen Z plays about an hour a week of video games. And as you can see up there, which would be the age range of 18 to 29, which I'm actually 28, so I barely fit in there. And a lot of them are playing on mobile. So mobile being phone games. So you'll see 69% of Gen Z is playing mobile games, which means they're on the go. And so this product can be very convenient for them. So Gen Z does also spend the most time in high-focus environments, which does make them the perfect audience for this product. Like I said, most time gaming per week, mobile gaming, and 87% of Gen Z reports playing video games regularly. So according to this figure out here, we can see 41% of Gen Z says that physical health is treated as more important than mental health by their healthcare providers. They also say that 76% believe that mental health and physical health are equally important. So there's this feeling for Gen Z that their healthcare providers don't treat their mental health as a priority, whereas they believe that it is. 62% say that they felt stressed to the point where it had an impact on their daily life. That's a pretty large number. So what I propose is there's an ingredient called L-theanine, which is found in tea. And it has been proven by this clinical trial that was done to decrease self-reporting scores on the self-rating depression scale. It had lower scores on state trait, anxiety, inventory trait, and the Pittsburgh Sleep Quality Index also was lowered, which compared to placebo shows that this does actually have an effect. This is the mock of the product. So it'd be a very thin, slim can, 12 fluid ounces, 20 grams of protein, 90 milligrams of caffeine, L-theanine for the focus and calm, and the idea is for it to have sustained energy, sharp focus, real nutrition, electrolytes, and vitamins. Thank you.